And we're live! Happy New Year to the Fierce Force and the Hot Squad. This is our first team call in a while. I missed you guys. And we didn't do one last week, so this is our New Year's celebration call. It's all about 10 tips to stay strong and to be motivated in 2016. And we're also just going to lightly touch on some topics from the surge that are going to be really important for your business. I do want to give a little disclaimer and a little credit to one of the queens of Team Tricep. Her name is Alexa Luckenbach. I think she's a five-star coach now. But anyway, she created this call for her team, and we're kind of sharing it with you guys. And I just wanted to give her credit where credit's due. And also, I just wanted to remind you guys, like, if you're ever kind of thinking about something or you're personally struggling with something, like, how do I follow up with people? Or, how can I build my contact list to make it better? You have so many resources from Team Triceps, from Team Takeover or Team Fitfire. They're out there. So don't be afraid to just hang out on YouTube or just look through Facebook or anything, and you'll get what you need. So if you want to go ahead and share.
Another shout out to Brittany Powers too. She is in Team Triceps and she got in top 10. She's number 10 and she just found out today.
Yes.
That's really excited too. You're drinking out of your...
awesome.
I'm going to screen share.
Awesome.
I have to figure out which screen to share because I had to bring my work computer home today because my husband has mine.
Yay. There it is.
My screen sharing, is it moving?
It was a second ago.
Is that better?
I mean, we could see it if you just want to.
Because every time
that.
Let me try this. Can you see it full screen?
Not yet.
I'm gonna give up. Okay. My work computer is worse with this because I usually have it set up for 2 screens. So.
Yeah, just leave it like that. It looks good.
There we go. We're going to be talking about 2016 goals. I've posted mine. I listed them out and posted them. And then if you're on Davina's team, she made a video and posted all of her goals. So if you want to, maybe you can post it in my team too, so my team can kind of know what you're doing and know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah. I use, and I don't know, I'm guessing Davina does too, there's a book called Push by Shailene Johnson, and that's kind of how I start off my goals. Every 3 months I do goals. So I just kind of write out my top, every year I write out my top 3 priorities, and then from there I kind of guessed my goals from that. We'll kind of talk about reverse engineering later. But before we get into all that, there's some upcoming dates to remember. Really soon, this Saturday is going to be Super Saturday. I have been to almost all of them since I became a coach. I think they're really important. There will be guest speakers sometimes from corporate. There'll be just top coaches in your area that you can meet and mingle with that aren't necessarily on our team. So you can kind of get some different feedback or just meet new people that you could possibly be your success partner or something. Mine, I'm really lucky this time. Carl, the CEO, is going to be there, and Autumn Calabrese is going to be there. She just said like 2 days ago. So I rented a car, and I'm definitely going. And it's really important to go to these events. Like I've like taken a train and slept at my coach's house that I didn't even know, and like had her drive me there before. So I really I know sometimes it's a little hard in Canada because they're kind of spread out, but really try to get to that event. Another big thing that's happening is on January 11th, there's a new Shakeology flavor, and there hasn't been a new Shakeology flavor in a while. So it's pretty exciting. It's cafe latte Shakeology. There is an FAQ. I didn't write down the number, but the I'm gonna taste it on Saturday. So that's another reason. If you go to your Super Saturday, they're most likely gonna have tasters for us to try. So we'll be able to
Oh,
try
I'm so
it out.
jealous.
Um,
Ah,
and I've heard that it tastes similar to coffee, but they actually use the whole coffee fruit. Me and Davina both did a post on it. If you kind of want to learn more about that, check that out or look up the FAQ in the back office. And there's also going to be a triple combo box, so you can get vanilla, chocolate, and the cafe latte in the packages. So you could try it yourself, or get ready and send some out to some people that are wanting to try it also. And then January 18th, we're going to do Team Cup registration. So that's like team-wide. You can team up with people on our downlines or just people in Team Triceps. And it's just a really great way to stay on track for the end of January. And we've had some people on Team Triceps like win it, like Brittany Powers and Tristan Vance won it last year, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah, that was awesome.
and Tristan was like a pretty new coach back then too, so it just really keeps you pushing and think of new ways to hit Success Club, and there's awesome prizes for that too. I think that made it too small. And then if you guys were watching the Surge on Monday, which we told you guys to all watch, they announced the Success Trip for 2017, and it is going to be in Punta Cana, and there's 2 waves of it. I am personally going to do the second wave, Coral.
Me too.
In Coral. So if you want to come with me and Davina, do Coral. And there is a $300 deposit for that, but then you can earn money towards your trip, and it's double points this month. And you earn money towards it just by hitting Success Club. And again, there's an FAQ about that if you want to learn more. And then
Yeah, every Success Club point equals 10 cruise dollars. So if you hit Success Club 5 this month, you'll have 50 cruise dollars. So then that helps pay off your trip. So if you kill it with Success Club all year, your trip could be free, which is my goal. That's what I want.
yeah, that's
So
my goal. So yeah, and I think the $300 is non-refundable. So that gives me a little more kick in my butt to to do that. And then does the registration start at 9 a.m.?
I
I don't
believe it starts at 11
know,
a.m.
11? Okay,
Eastern.
11 Eastern.
Because I have an alarm set at 10:30 because I forgot last year. Um, yeah. Do you, I feel like we should just kind of run through it. I think there's only one other thing that I wanted to talk about from the surge, and that is the fact, um, or did you have anything else to say about Success Club trip first?
Yep.
Sorry, I just kind of like jumped all over that.
Are you going to talk about the sample packs?
Yes, because I'm so excited. Okay, because literally, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't been using the Beachbody Performance line because I wanted it in packet form. Because I take it on the train ride, like I take my pre-workout on the train ride home, so I can't carry this giant tub of beach like unless I put it right in the container, but then it gets stuck to the sides and it's not really that effective. Whatever. Beachbody answered my prayers, and they're coming out with packets of the Beachbody Performance line, and I believe you can get a box of both Energize and Recover, which is awesome. I'm super excited for that. I'm going to get that as soon as it debuts. So that's another really awesome thing that's coming. So another thing for you to leverage, not just for your business and for your customers, but also to have on you for personal use and also for sampling if you want to hand out samples.
I think
That
it's
was all.
hydrate. I don't think it's recover. I think it's hydrate and energize. But everybody's
Oh,
just really excited mostly for the energize in packets because E&E was the pre-workout before. It's still around, but they have like the sample sizes of that too. So it's really exciting that it's doing so well and it's amazing. So there's no reason that they shouldn't be doing that. So we'll get right into today's call. And it is 10 tips to making 2016 the best year yet. I plan on it being my best year yet. Davina, do you plan on it being yours?
I plan on it being greater than I can even conceptualize at this moment.
So
I
this is
do.
a list here. If you want to take like a screenshot really quick, this is pretty much, we got this from Alexa. Thank you, Alexa, for putting this together. We will go through each one of these one by one, so don't feel like you have to like write everything down right now, but definitely get a notebook out and take some notes because it'll help you come up with your goals, and we're just really excited about it. So the first thing is to reflect on 2015. I know that I made some really big goals right from the get-go last year, and I didn't necessarily hit all of them, so I'm kind of reevaluating those goals and seeing like how soon I can hit them this year. And I mean, it was a tough year. I started my career pretty much at an agency and then trying to go full force with Beachbody too. So now that I'm like 9 months into that, I can kind of reflect back on that and think about, what was working and what wasn't working for me, and just it's mostly like reevaluating everything and trying to make sure that I have a purpose for what I'm doing right now. Have you reflected on your 2015, Davina?
I have, yes. I started out on fire and then I kind of faded off. I was on a roller coaster all year, basically. I hit the very big goal that I've set of hitting diamond, but I've had mini goals that I've kind of been like, about, and I'm definitely just thinking about, well, why were my low points so low, and why didn't I hit Success Club this month, and what was going on that threw me off, and how could I have avoided that with my business and with just my overall being. So I'm still kind of processing a lot of it. Especially this past month, December was really difficult for me, and the wounds are kind of still fresh. So I'm just I'm basically just trying to be positive and just trying to think, well, this isn't what I want. I don't want to end on a bad note again. So I'm just trying to figure out how to make this my best year yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think I started January with like a lot of fire under my butt, and then like December was probably the one of the rougher months for me. But this thing keeps popping up on my computer. But yeah, you just think about everything and just don't. I know that we talked about like thinking about the goals that you didn't hit or whatever, but also reflect on everything that went really well last year. Don't try to like dwell on everything that went bad, because honestly, like every single day of last year couldn't have been terrible. So think about things that really went well for you too, and that'll put a more positive spin on everything for you, so you don't get like in this like dark place when you're trying to reflect on your past. Uh,
Right. Yeah. I was thinking about my challenge groups, for example, and just thinking like, oh, this one particular challenge group was awesome. Why was it so awesome? Did I team up with somebody? Did I have giveaways? Like, what kind of flow did I have that made it so great? Because obviously I want to duplicate that as much as possible, because that gets me pumped up, that gets my challengers pumped up, and that gets my downline thinking that they want to get involved in the same way that I have. So that's another positive one to think of.
and just thinking about like, so if you did set those smaller goals, like just remember to be intentional with everything. That's like a big thing that a lot of people on Team Triceps talk about, is being intentional. And if you have taken any lessons with Josh Coates, I feel like he really helps you with that too. There's just being sure of, okay, I have this goal of hitting Success Club 5 every month, but is at the end of the month and you're at Success Club 4 and you're like, I don't care anymore. Like, I'm almost there, but it's just not going to happen. Like, you have to be really intentional, be like, no matter what, I'm getting Success Club 5, and so I'm going to message 10 people right now to get it, just really pushing yourself this year, and if that's your goals, like having them set out so um, to work for them. And so this kind of goes to, have you created a vision for yourself and your team? some of us are like baby coaches, so we don't really have a team yet. But hopefully by the end of the year, you have goals of having a team. So you kind of have to think in advance of what you want them to look like and what vision you have for yourself for this year. So let me see here.
And
Um,
even just like not even just like your vision for your team, but your vision for yourself too. You know, what programs do you want to accomplish? What bills do you want to pay off with your coaching paycheck? What I don't I you know just keep what books do you want to read this year? There's so much that goes into this vision side
yeah,
of it.
and it so like I work at an agency, and like this would kind of be like the big idea or like the big picture overall of how you want this section of your life to go. So we'll talk about reversing all of like reverse engineering all those goals, but you have to have a big picture of what you want this year to be. Some people pick one word and they're like, this year this is my one word that I'm striving for. You know, it could be as simple as that. But if you have I don't know, like just a big picture overall, and I think that one word really helps a lot. I'm never that great with it, so I probably have like 10 or 12 words, but you know. And then kind of talked about this a little bit. So if you had goals last year, which I again can't ever stick to 10 goals. I had like 12 every single time I would revisit them. I revisit mine every 90 days, but they're always under these same aspects. And I don't even mean for them to be, but all of this is always something that I hit. So first, my health, personal, with my husband, with my family, business, not even just growing my Beachbody career, but like growing my actual career in design, um, financial. It's always saving money for me and traveling, and relationships. And that kind of, relationships and personal usually like falls under the same realm with me. But I always have goals for these, and again, like I said, I used the book called Push by Shane Johnson. I think that she has, is it push.com maybe, or am I going to send them to like a weird website? But she has a website too.
I
So
have it right.
yeah, I think she has it free. Like
Actually, I think if you go to ShaleneJohnson.com, she'll have a 30-day push
yeah, 30daypush.com
section.
or something like that. Yeah. So she kind of helps you figure out how to get to all of these things and figure out what your goals should stem from, and they're usually some top priorities in your life. So we just want you to go back, and if you had some even from like December, you can already revise them and go through them, and maybe it's changed just slightly. But I would really love it if you guys could send me your 10 goals, or send me a video, or if we could set up a one-on-one call and we could just talk through them if you're having problems with it. Do you have anything else to say about goals?
I second that. I posted on my video that I wanted people to share their goals, and there were a few, but I think we can dissect them further and prioritize which ones can help the other ones happen. And then there were also a few people who didn't answer yet. So I definitely agree. Reach out to me, or I'll reach out to you.
I'm trying to find mine in my notebook right now. You guys can't see me because I'm flipping through stuff. Um, but yeah,
I have
I
mine written here.
every 90 days I do mine, and it's so great when it's like April and you go through your January goals and you're like, these are my goals for the year, and I already have 8 out of 10 done. Like, how is this even happening? It's because like that's what your top priorities are. You think about them every day, or maybe you have a post-it of them and you see them every single day, or it's the lock screen of your phone. Um,
I'm going to make mine the lock screen of my phone. I totally haven't done that yet, but I'll just ramble through these really quick. Number one is to pay my own rent, which is approximately $2,000 a month. Not there yet. Number two is to lose the last 20 pounds and keep it off, like I've lost the rest of it. Number three is to make $1,000 a month working on my voiceover business, which is a big, scary goal. I'm not even off the launch pad yet, so that one's kind of like, but I'm gonna get there. Number four is to pay off all student loan and credit card debt, which is about a little under 20,000. So that one's really scary, but I'm gonna do it. Um, Number five is to teach classes 3 times a week so I can make $500 a month. I'm already at 2 times a week at the end of January, so I'm almost there with that one. Number six, make 100 new real friends. Because, I live in New York City. I could have 8 billion friends if I wanted to, but so I'm going to make 100, and it's going to be awesome. They're going to be my lifers. Number seven, be a 5-star diamond coach. This one's scary, and I'm not sure I believe it, but I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Number eight, join a weekly club. So, like a book club. It's another thing to be social. So, like, I've tried out a few running clubs, maybe a book club, just volunteering, whatever. Number nine, if I can't make number one happen, which is pay my own rent, then I'm going to move into a studio or 1 bedroom so I can have my own place, so I can set it up the way that I want to with my little home offices. And number 10, save money so I can freaking travel because I work too hard and I need a vacation. So those are my goals. I'm going to pay off a whole bunch of debt and save money because that's how I roll.
And I have mine like listed out on a photo in the team page, so you can check it out. But I based them off of, I'll talk about my priorities. So I set 3 priorities, and I know that there's 5 things here: health, personal, business, financial, relationship. But I feel like my 3 priorities go with all of that except for kind of personal and relationships, because sometimes you have to sacrifice maybe for a year to get what you really want, and it's only a year, and if you have people in your life that understand that, then they're still going to be there a year later. So I'm going off of that. So I might lose some friends this year, but my number 1 priority is to grow my Beachbody business, and I'm still working full-time, but that's my number 1 priority, is to grow my Beachbody business. My second priority is to meal prep, follow my diet, and exercise every single day. Last year, this was something that I automatically did, and I just lost that. So I have to make this a top priority, too, because it also helps with my number 1 priority, which is grow my Beachbody business, because one of the 3 vital behaviors is be a product of the product. So if I'm constantly having my before and afters and I'm looking sexy, then that'll help, right? And I'll be healthier because I'll be eating correctly. My third priority is to focus on my career. So I'm 27. I had to think about that for a second. I'm 27, and I felt like I kind of put it on the back burner a little bit for a while, so I'm putting my focus back on that. So all my goals kind of go back to that, and pretty much, like I told you, like to pick a word for the year of what you're going for, but honestly, I don't know how many words this is, but it's pretty much just like just bettering myself. That's as simple as I can make it. This is the year of me that I'm trying to push myself to my limits.
Love it.
So, and by doing that, so like Davina was saying, like she's listed out her goals. Are those all her non-negotiable goals? I would say so. She's pretty set on them. So something that like isn't a non-negotiable, it seems like for you right now, is that you want to try to pay a rent, but if that can't happen, then you'll figure another way to live by yourself. So your main goal is you want to be able to live by yourself, and there's 2 options for you to go to. So it is non-negotiable for you to live by yourself. And then there's
Well, I also have little non-negotiable goals as well. Like I'd like to hit Success Club 10 every month so I can pay off the cruise, and also that will help me financially, and I also to build my team cycle bonuses. So those are kind of my non-negotiables for that.
Yeah, and some ones that we have listed here is like getting at least 1 challenge group a month put together by yourself or with your success partner, getting Success Club 5 every month, or maybe it's even Success Club 15 or 10, if you really want that cruise, like you could be crazy and get Success Club 20 every single month. And then reading a personal development book a month, attending all the events this year for Beachbody. Like, I think I'm pretty much going to do that. Because I try to go to all the Super Saturdays. The only ones that I've ever missed is because it was on Omar's birthday in October. They always have it like on his birthday weekend. It sucks. But trying to get to Nashville for Summit, make that a non-negotiable for yourself. I'm most likely going to try to get a house on Airbnb for whoever on the Hot Squad wants to come, and if there's not enough, then I'll team up with Davina and we'll get all our coaches to be in a house together. But I know like that's a non-negotiable for me. Like I want Nashville to be really awesome this year for myself. I have pretty much I think all of my goals. Yeah, they're difficult, but you got to make them non-negotiable, and you have to treat your business like a business. Otherwise, shit's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's one of the slides coming up.
Yeah. So I do this too from my yearly goals, create monthly mini goals. So things like Davina wants to be 5-star by the end of the year, so where does she have to be this month to get her closer to that goal? Does she have to be, how many coaches does she need? And kind of reverse that. Well, if she gets so many coaches a month, then she'll reach her goal. It's not just like, I'm going to be 5-star and I have no idea how I'm going to get there. She's thought about it, and she's like, I need to get this many coaches this month, this many coaches next month. I have to mentor. I have to have coach trainings. Like, you have to set little mini goals every single month just so you can reach those goals. And like one of mine is I'm trying to read 30 books this year. And so I joined a book club at work to help with that. And me and my husband both made a list, and we're comparing them so we don't have to like buy all the books. Like maybe there's some books that we'll both want to read. And I just made different topics for the books that I want, like personal development, leadership development, some fiction in there, just like reverse engineering that goal just so I know that it'll happen, and I don't get to the like December 1st and be like, oh, I only read 10 books this year, or I only read 5 books. Why didn't I read more? Well, every single month I told myself, you have to read so many books a month. So that's just like a really simple way to think about it. But if you have bigger goals like that, we can definitely help you reverse engineer them so we can make them happen. Do you have anything to add? This is like a really big topic, and
Yeah,
I don't
like maybe for the 5-star goal, like let's say you want to be 5-star too. Well, then there's 4 Beachbody quarters. So maybe you can make it your goal to have at least one of your coaches hit diamond every quarter, so one every 3 months. And then obviously one of those months you'll just have to push a little harder to get the 5-star. Or I know I'd like to be 2-star by Summit, so that would mean that I would need 2 diamonds by the time we go to Summit in July. So yeah, that's, just little, I like to call them little nugget goals.
yeah.
Leads to the
And
prize.
like and if it's like your goal is diamond even, so maybe your goal is to hit diamond by March 31st. So you break that into little goals, like January goal, you need 6 coaches, find a business builder. And in February, you're going to want to get 4 coaches and find a business builder. And then March is your goal is to get those 2 business builders to Emerald. And that's how you'll do it. It's not like scrambling last minute and trying to like figure everything out. It's like doing everything with intention and making sure everything goes smoothly. I mean, yeah, not everything's going to happen perfectly. Maybe the person you thought was going to be a business builder ends up being a discount coach, or maybe one of your discount coaches like really steps up and wants to work the business. So you just never kind of know on that end, but if you plan for all of that, you'll be fine. And number 6, create a business plan. So this is a business. you're the business owner. We're not here to tell you how to run it. We're here to help guide you because we've been in this business for a little bit. But you have to start treating it like your business. And if you want it to grow, don't see it as a hobby. Like, you have to invest in it, maybe by buying those cafe latte samples, and um, you could sell them, or maybe you have a friend that loves coffee and you just give them to that friend, or um, that's a small way to invest, but you can invest in prizes for your challenge groups. You can invest back into your business by going to events like Summit or to the Team Triceps retreat that's next month. I think that there might be, somebody just posted on the Triceps page that they have a spot for the house that they're willing to sell at a discounted rate. So I would definitely jump on that. And just going to Dallas in September, like, there's just things where there's so much valuable training. It might seem like a lot of money up front, but the first time I went to Dallas, I had like no money. We went to the grocery store and I got like all the cheapest stuff, and we had like a mini fridge and all our stuff was shoved in there. And I shared a room with like 5 girls, I think. There was like 3 of us in a bed at one point. Like, I just made it work because I knew I had to be there, and there was people there from Platinum Presenters, like, and Shilling Johnson spoke and stuff. So like that just gave me a lot of it made me realize at that point I had been a coach for like 8 months or 9 months maybe, and that's when I decided that I didn't want it to be a hobby anymore, and I kind of just went there for a break too. And then that's when I realized, I'm like, okay, this is a business. People like actually take this stuff seriously. And from that time forward, I really just wanted this to be a business.
Yeah, and I just want to chime in and say I know I have a couple coaches who will watch this, and they're kind of hobby coaches, or they have their full-time job that they love, and that's okay. I
Hmm.
always want to reiterate that that is okay. If that is your goal, or if that is the vision that you have for your business, you just need to set goals based on that business. But if you're if you're setting intentions of, really making a difference in your life, and really, paying off big debts and building a team, and, just kind of taking it to the next level, then I know for me personally, being my own boss is kind of hard. I am actually a terrible self-starter. So if I go in thinking, all right, you're a CEO, how does Shalene Johnson run her business? Because homegirl, how does Christine Dwyer run her business? Like, you need to think of these things, and you need to think of, well, yes, I'm going to have to shovel out some money here, but it's going to pay back if I put everything I have into it. Or, yes, I have to set my business hours, but then otherwise I'm not, I'm sacrificing something else that needs to be done. Like, just carry yourself as if you're a CEO, and that's where the difference is going to be.
And even if you're doing it as a hobby and stuff, like, you still have to, I feel like, create those business hours, and because otherwise, like, it just becomes too much. You want to be able to spend time with your family. You're trying to like live your life how you want to live it, and if you don't set limitations on yourself right away, then it just kind of meshes in, and can become a cluster and make you a super hot mess, and not in a good way either. So if you are like super dedicated and you have huge goals, like, you have to have that CEO mindset, like Davina said. Um, and also, like, getting on calls like this, making sure that you have time to either watch the recordings, because I know we do them kind of late at night and you might have dinners or something, but making time that, like, this is a meeting that you would have at work, or getting on the national wake-up calls every Monday, or listening to the callback. Like, I work during that time, but I listen to the callback on that day. Like, that's one of my non-negotiables this year, is making sure I get on every single call. And I mean, even if it's, I think even when I was like a hobby type person for Beachbody, I still kind of was like, okay, well, from this time to this time I'm gonna work And then after that, like, if I want to just scroll through social media, I will, kind of thing. Um, Number 7, this is another thing that you can do, put on your lock screen too on your phone. I do this with my husband every year. We have a board in the living room, and it's like a cork board, and we'll print off stuff and put it on there. And we haven't done it yet this year, but I'm a very visual person, so just being able to see everything is really nice. And it's in my living room, and I just walk through and I see it all the time. So you can do that, or you can use like Canva or PicStitch or Frametastic or something and create a digital version of your vision board and have it as the background screen on your work computer or the background screen on your phone. And for a vision, like I had a photo of like an illustrated diamond on mine. My husband had 2 business schools he wanted to go to. We have pictures of us. We wanted a new bed last year. We had a photo of a new bed up there. We wanted to like do a sushi making class. I'm trying to think of. I have like quotes up there that just like really get me going. Do less with more focus is something that I have up there. My husband wanted to go skydiving, so he had like a photo of that. It's just like things that you want to accomplish that year. So I don't like for this year I would have like a dollar sign because I'm really trying to save money. Davina could have like a cool thing like I don't like some cool like fancy New York apartment. That's what I'm thinking of.
Like Taylor Swift's
No, no. Um,
her fucking her 7-bedroom or whatever she has. Anyway.
One of my goals was to get to mentor 2 coaches to 2-Star Diamond by Nashville. So I'm probably going to make some kind of cool collage for that. But I think having that, like I used to think, oh, that sounds really stupid. I used to think reading personal development was stupid too, but it's because I just didn't understand it then. I wasn't in the right mindset. But like once you create these vision boards and like see it, like you think you just every time you see it, you're like, yes, I need to get diamond. You just like it just helps so much for me, anyways. Does it help you, Davina? I know I saw
It
yours.
does, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of watching the clock here. So if we could kind of wrap it up.
For 8, so you have time technically to do at least 4 workout plans if you want to try different workouts, and show your results because that's part of our vital behaviors. And for personal development, thinking of a plan like if it's reading books or going to events and stuff like that. So just writing it out on a calendar so you kind of know what you're doing and you're not just floating around on Beachbody On Demand and doing all these different workouts and stuff. Just creating a plan for yourself. And number 9 is kind of what we were talking about before. Determine what kind of coach you want to be in 2016, discount, hobby, business builder, and kind of work from there because that will help you set some of your goals. We kind of talked on that a lot already, so skip that one. And then 10 is, of course, sharing your goals to keep yourself accountable. You can share them if you feel comfortable sharing them on your personal page, share them in the team page, share them with us, and we can help you reverse engineer them or just encourage you. If you want to, I'll set an alarm on my phone in 3 months to be like, hey, did you reach this goal if you want me to.
Word.
Yeah. So share your goals with us.
Yeah, and I honestly think that if you are open about sharing your big goals like with the world, they really do happen. Like that was the scariest thing about when I first started my weight loss journey is that I started a blog and I like put it out into the universe and I told everyone. But then look what happened. It happened because I had 15 people that were like on me all the time being like, did you go running today? You didn't update yet. What's going on? So and now that we're coaches, that's kind of what we do for other people. So you can have it's a circle of accountability. Never ends.
Yeah, even if it's like with your coworkers, like my coworkers know I eat pretty healthy and stuff. And yesterday I was in line for the free food, and they're like, "Anna, what about your resolutions?" And I was like, "I eat healthy all the time. I can eat this."
My coworkers get on me for being too healthy, and I'm just like,
Oh, mine do
you
too.
don't understand. You don't understand. So cool. Do you have any questions, Liz? No? Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And obviously you're going to share your goals with Anna and the rest of the Hot Squad. Um, what else is there to say? I guess that's it. I really have to go to the bathroom before this next call. So I'm like,
Well,
oh, just,
we
huh?
can end. I'm trying to cancel my screen share. Okay, there we go. We can end, and I can stay on if Liz has questions too, because you can
Cool.
get off, and I.
Yeah, you can have some one-on-one time with Anna, and I'll be jealous. Okay. All right. Have a good night and go set your goals. I'm watching you.